What up? It's your boy T Bird Reaction. So I wanted to do this yesterday, but I didn't have time to do it. But anyway, about to get into the latest episode of DJ Premier. So what's up? Salute the floppy disk. We're gonna check out Jadakiss. None of y'all. I think it's off of his first or second album. I could go. You see the shirt, yo? Wow, classic. Anyway, home of one of the I always dub as the innovators of try to laugh moments right here. You know when the gym lady explained about the wanker. Anyway, you know he's always doing good episodes as well too. Showing us DJ Premier dropping down his stories behind one of his incredible work through the hip hop as well too, as well as saluting the thing that holds the memory of some of his beats as well too. Before there was flash drives, SD cards, external hard drives, CDs, etc. It was the no thin floppy disk. As always, it can hold as much as it could, but it was enough to hold over for your next. That's why a lot of had like 1,000 instead of just one or two little things of these. Yeah, 1,000 because that's how much memory it could hold. But either way, we're gonna check out the story behind Jadakiss, his work on Jadakiss. None of y'all, hope I said the right thing. Ain't none of y'all, help me out, please. None of y'all better. Anyway, let's get it.
I'm DJ Premier and I present to you So What's Up.
Okay, computer, run it back.
So what's up?
Back in episode 23, we did an episode on Rough Riders' own D Block members called the Locks.
Oh yeah, recognize.
All right, y'all know who the Locks are: Jadakiss, Chic Luch, Styles P the Ghost. While we're at the Rough Riders corral, always rest in peace to the Dog Man X, DMX. We love
that was on the first album.
Forever.
That was on Jadakiss' first album. I don't remember.
I can't bark like him, but y'all, you get the picture. Moving
from
there, like I said, episode 23, we did Recognize.
Yep.
That was a Locks song, all right? This time, we're coming back to Yonkers, but this is a solo LP, actually the debut solo LP of Jadakiss. The album is called Kiss the Game Goodbye. Dope title.
It's one of my favorite tracks on there, produced by another producer great, Alchemist. We gonna make it, man. That'd be whoo.
Dope everything. And a lot of hits. Put your hands up. Alright, or like they said, fuck that, put your hands down. Big record in the tunnel back in the days. Also, Knock Yourself Out.
Oh, yep.
Another banger on there. You know what I'm saying?
And of course.
Shout to the homie Swiss Beats, another Rough Riders family affiliate. Shout to DNY too.
Of course, always.
You know, the true connection. Shout to Eve. Like they call her, the pit bull in a skirt. And that's what she is.
Living the best life in her life. Best life ever right now. Best time in her life right now with her husband, man. She living the life, man. Good life, for sure.
Great performer, great writer, great everything. Shout to Eve, man. One of the illest female MCs ever in hip-hop culture. All right? You heard that from me, and hip-hop culture would confirm that as well. So it's official, period.
Yep.
All right? And shout to all the Rough Riders affiliates. But check this out. Back to the solo debut of Jadakiss's album, Kiss the Game Goodbye. Of course, he enlisted me as one of the people to do a record with him for the debut album. This is an album that was supposed to drop in 2000 in April. It got moved all the way to August of 2001 to finally be released. With that said, cooked up a beat, had to go away. And when I made the beat, I sent it to Jadakiss to get it cracking because I figured he'll cut it we'll get it back. Mind you, we were still not digital as far as how we were doing it because I was still working out of D&D recording studios at 320 West 37th
Go
Street in
back,
Manhattan.
man. Look at that setup right there, yo. Go back. Look at that setup. You got the NBC 16 and the 62 right there. I'm assuming that is, or maybe that's the 62S, or that's something else. But either way, look at the setup, and of course the turntables, man. Look at that setup, man. Woo!
Recording studios at 320 West 37th Street in Manhattan. Everybody knows that spot. A lot of great records came out of that studio, and this is one of them. Shout to Dave Lotwin and Doug Grammer, who is the D&D of D&D. I like left field beats that I do. I have my standard ones that are, premier standards. This one was left field because you're dealing with Jadakiss. You got to kind of get off the road and go into the dirt road and spin those tires. All right? None of y'all better. All right. Now, shout to Alchemist, because when I mentioned some of the hits on that album, I said, put your hands up. I said, knock yourself out.
This
one right here, but to me, the ultimate and one of the most classic records to ever be released in hip-hop culture on this same album was the Alchemist produced record, We Gon' Make It.
Yes.
Ooh, man. Just play a little bit.
Please, yes. Yes.
Come in, they gotta use the scale that they weigh the whales with. Carlson's on the Jeep. Gotti made the prototype. Hope you get the picture, but you just can't photo like.
Woo! To this day.
Yes. Woo. Oh my God. That Alchemist, man, Ali Al, man, you the man for sure, man.
Hey, as soon as you hear bum, 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 the whole crowd knows what's about to happen. All right. Now back to this one, which was
that's why I was so happy when they what was the hip hop that they did hip hop thing was the Oscar or BT or whatever, they did hip hop dedication as well too, the 50th hip hop, and they did that joint there. Oh, I was hype. And there was a lot of bleeping out and all of that, but still, man.
But Alchemist saw this, and when he made that beat, I was there at his apartment. When he played it for me, I was like, bro, that right there is sick. And it is one of the sickest records in hip-hop culture. It's up there with Eric B. for President. It's up there with South Bronx and The Bridge Is Over. It's up there with New York State of Mind. It's up there with PSK. It's up there with The Bridge from MC Shan. It's up there with so many records. Rapper's Delight, The Message from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5, The Breaks from Curtis Blow.
The fact that you could play this all these legendary records, that's like a lot, man. Shout out to Alchemist always, man.
This rapping from Curtis Blow. Houdini, 5 Minutes of Funk. Rest in peace to Ecstasy. Again, man, just so many records. I gotta name at least two more. Public Enemy, Don't Believe the Hype, Rebel Without a Pause. Rebel
my favorite during all time from Public Enemy, Rebel
Without a Pause is just one of the most sickening, craziest hip hop records. It's up there with that. All right. I had to say those names because that's how much of an effect that record has on the history of great fucking
definitely
records.
is one of my favorite all-time favorite go-to hip-hop records I must have listen to all the time. If it's on, I gotta listen to it. Between that, Rebel Pause, I'm Bad by Cool J, Down with the King by Run DMC. What else? Low Key, Mr. Big Stuff, the original version from off the Uptown Kicking It record version of Mr. Big Stuff. Many other, even some newer stuff as well too, like Shook by the Baby and what else right now? That's some other new stuff. Hell on Earth 2 by Westside Gun, many others, man, for real. Oh, DMX, Nick, what locks them? They done start something and Ride or Die as plus Headbanger is what Headbanger by EPMT and Ride or Die by the Rough Riders, man. It's so many. I like it's like I must listen to it.
All right,
I need to do a DJ mix of my favorite songs of all time. I should do that. Not just songs to play, but my favorite personal favorites.
how hyped I got it. Like I went from hey everybody to yo.
Right.
That's hip hop to me.
And
all right?
and I split down my favorite hip hop song off of what he said right there, man, for real.
Dope music in general, timeless music.
Right, see,
Back to this.
But yeah, let's get back to this.
See that? It says PFAT. That was the module called
Planet
the
Fat.
Planet Fat
Yep.
that I used to use to play bass lines and other sounds to fill in the blanks wherever needed. As a DJ, I've always kind of known.
Hey, I'm sorry to go on subject. Because whenever time I see this, I always think of the time I was like, when I was upcoming, and with a DJ, I always get like always ask for always say subscriptions for the free subscriptions of free like DJ catalogs and magazines and see stuff as well too. Because always like it was like rack stuff like a thing for me. It was between that and what made me bring it up. Remember when they had the rack style DJ mixer, DJ controllers. This was like around the time CJ was a thing, but before controllers was out. The first kind of like controllers of DJ they had was the rack DJ controller, where it was like you had a CD player on a rack, but on top of it you had like a two small jog wheels, stuff like really small jog wheels, stuff like that. Matter of fact, hold on, let me bring it up for you. Sorry, I'm gonna turn this to bigger than it is, but I got you. I'm back. Yeah, the bad boys here, right here. Come on, yeah, these joints here, yo. I remember them. I'm like. It was it actually I think I messed with one this one time. It was like it was different. Like it was like the earlier. It was like kind of it was still CJ, but in my opinion, I feel like they was like the precursor for controllers in a way as well. Two DJ controllers in a way. You know, it's still using a CD, but still, man, it was like the earlier incarnation of DJ controllers in my opinion. But anyway, let's keep it back. That's why. That the Planet Fat one made me think of that as well too. Cause I remember like a lot of rack tools, rack like electron tools was a thing for a good while as well too around this time. So yeah.
When a record is being produced by me, if something's still missing or if there's too much or if it needs more scratches or not, it's just a thing. It's a DJ thing and it's a fan mode thing. I'm in fan mode of, man, the record should be this way. The record should be this way, just as a fan. But as a producer and a DJ, it's also that mentality all combined, and that's how I create my records to this very day. So the Planet Fat is also on there. And then I just looked, and Alchemist, I called him right before I shot this episode on FaceTime and showed him the disc. He goes, ooh, it's 98.3. He said, you got 0.3. That's some producer shit. You know, usually it's just an even number like 98 or 97 or 72 or
he's right.
81, whatever. Never 0.3. Sometimes even 0.5, 0.7.
Yeah.
It's 0.3. So
because sometimes like even with my producer, like I sometimes add a point to it at times because to make sure it's precisely the sample and the beat goes precisely with each other as well too while I'm recording. So yeah. This is me getting to beat maker. I kind of understood it as well too, and low key DJing as well too. Like sometimes, like you know, it's cool to have the even number, but sometimes some records are like got the point with it as well too. So you gotta be careful with that.
Shit. So if it's too nerdy, I done said it now.
It's cool.
Shout to my nerd side. All right, now back.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
To that being another record on that album that was. You know, also special. I get a call from Styles P. All right. I know Jadakiss got it. He's the only one I gave it to, and he's the only one I'm communicating with to get it done so that we could get the record finished, mixed. And there was no hook yet because I always like to hear the lyrics usually before. The only thing I had is the "Ain't None of Y'all Better" line in there just so that they could kind of set a tone. I didn't know he was going to write it to that scratch, but that became the title. All right. Which is from the Lox record, Recognize. Matter of fact, check out where I got the line from.
Ain't none of y'all better than Lox. Have all of y'all dressed up in a suit, dead in a box.
See that? All right. It was the perfect.
That's the thing about Premiere. I always look how he used to do that as well too. Always, and it's funny about I was listening on my a beat from him as well too. Always wonder like how they like put that together, like scratching beats. Well, especially it was like doing the verse though as well too. Did they originally say the verse and then place it with the scratching as well too? Like Master Pills this morning as well too. It was part of El Cool J Rock the Bills Radio Salute the Sample as well too. And then there's something like something like hardcore. Something me and like Raw, and he scratched in like Big Daddy Kane's Raw DJ Premier. Yeah, I always wondered like if it was like originally in the demo they said it, or it's something they just added on as well too. Either way, it's pretty cool. Always like knowing stuff like that as well too. Here again, making a video longer than it's supposed to be, but that's me, man. When it's something I'm like really interested, I'm gonna make the video longer than it is. So yeah,
perfect thing to go with it. Oh, you know what else I also had? The Rough Rider. The rough. That was also added there too. The rest of it, the hook, was after the fact. Now back to this. The crazy thing was, as I said earlier, and I keep stopping and going left and right, but that's just me. Styles P gives me a call and says, yo, you know me and Sheik are on it too. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, cool, let's get it. He said, there's no way you're giving Kiss a beat and we ain't rocking together on it.
Right.
Like, that makes it even more better.
Right.
Even though none of y'all, other people, not them, are better than Locks. But the crazy thing, as I said, we'd already done a record together with the three of them, but this one, they're like, there's no way he's doing it dolo. He's doing it with us. And we're making it like another Locks record, even though it appears on a solo album.
Right.
Now we can get to this floppy disk.
There we go.
The sounds are contained on this floppy disk. Every bit of it, the kicks, the snares, the samples, just all the sounds, the weird sounds, all that. Not the scratches, of course. That's laid manually. Everybody knows I don't come up with the idea. Sometimes MCs come up with the idea. I always say Guru gave me a lot of scratch ideas. Rest in peace to Guru, Gangstar for Life. Shout out to Big Suge, the co-founder of Gangstar. And also people like Jay-Z used to give me scratch ideas. Biggie gave me scratch ideas. And then, of course, y'all know I do a lot of them on my own. So I'm always open to any idea. When I like it, I'm with it. When I'm not with it. So that's how easy it is to deal with me on that level. So sounds on here. This little floppy disk. I like turning it around like almost like a record. All right, but this is a little thing to contain all of this stuff of data on here. But once it's saved on
It's smaller through the years. This
is the sampler I used to use. There's various samplers that was out, but in our era of the 90s, we were using, a lot of us were using the Akai S950 sampler. There is a 900, which had less sample time than the 950, but then the 950 came out. We all graduated to that one. They look exactly alike, but the only difference is there's a 900, and the later one was the 950. Okay. Everything from here is stored, goes into that machine. Once it goes into that machine, you got to make sure that it communicates because it's got to be printed. We call it printed. We don't really call it recorded to. When you put the sounds down, because we didn't have Pro Tools at the time, you print it to 2-inch tape. And that's how we did our thing. If you made one mistake on there, you cannot undo it like you do in the digital world. You are completely gone and have to redo it again. So the pressure of getting it right was a lot more heavy on us artists to get it right and not mess up. Sure. And that's one of the reasons why we prided ourselves on making really complete records, because there was really no room for mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So how do we get that tape to print those sounds? There is a box called the Roland SBX.
That's what I figured. That's probably what it was.
Sync box
Instead
that
of
communicates
60,
with not only the sampler. I was programming the pads and the sounds on a drum machine called the Akai MPC60. I also used the Akai MPC62, which was the second version of that model. Either one of them had the same command, same everything. And also shout to Roger Lynn, who was a part of those two machines before he left Akai, and actually came back and then left again. But Roger Lynn is one of the most ultimate scientists of this whole
I forgot from direct production. Speaking of that, I gotta get back on my direct production, man. Shout out to my man, direct production, man. I know I've been doing videos a while. I gotta get into as well too. I'm just gonna probably find something to do, man. Wait, let's keep going.
Thing way before digital, he was already that advanced. Shout out to Roger Lynn one more time. Okay, this beat was so special to me that I said, it can't just come on.
Of course.
It needs an intro. So that's another beat that I had to make before this beat drops. This one was already made, but let's make an intro. Something that's short and sweet, doesn't distract from the main beat.
Right.
Here's the first beat.
Yup.
Sort of like the Holy Trinity. Some say.
Ain't that the... I know none of y'all was the first song of the album.
I say it's like 3 different guns. You fucking figure Get shot.
The crazy thing too
Let me
is
see real quick.
Styles knew from the intro that I had already put down that when he says get shot 3 different ways, he timed it out
Jada got a gun.
to really drop when he said 3 different
That's like the
ways.
We Will Make It, yeah.
DJs could actually go 3 different ways, and on different the beat drops where you could cut that 3 different ways. 3 different ways. But not until you insert the disc to lay it down and put it into the
you got a new
950
little
so
video-
that all the
video for that.
machines can now have a conversation. Here is how it goes when the beat drops.
3 different ways. Matter of fact, make that 6 different ways. Gun in each hand, bitch. None of y'all better.
Ain't none of y'all better.
If it is, name it. We'll
Ain't none of
squash
y'all
it.
better.
ASAP. Feel it. All I know, niggas give me all my dough. Like Boston George coming through with all my blow. Right now I'm trying to charter a jet. Fuck this, hit the Panama Canal and get a harder connect. Step on your toes, mess with your hoes, shoot up your mans. Come through the block trying to screw up your plans. Cause I still rob niggas for coke. Understand I'm the first one they call when they get in the dope. I'm the one who prick your finger when they give you the oath. I'm the one who made the hit when they bring you the toast. Like Pacino and De Niro, so they call me Panero. Sad style, still spitting that arrow. Fuck it, like the boss of New York. You know how I feel, kill a motherfucker cause the course don't talk. No doubt. 16 in the joint with 1 in the head. Think the bullets had legs, how they run in your head, bitch.
None of y'all better.
What y'all know about? Put in my work on the block.
Ain't none of y'all better.
One of my most favorite tracks ever. It wasn't a #1 hit, it wasn't a platinum hit, but it's one of the dopest raw street records that I've ever created. And I'm proud of this one. Like, I'm proud of all of them, but this is definitely one of my favorites of all time out of my stable of records that I've done. And salute to Jadakiss and his debut album, Kiss the Game Goodbye. And salute to the Locks, Sheik Luch, Styles P, and of course, I'll say it again, Jadakiss, and the whole Rough Riders family. You know who you are. And you know the last part of this? That's what's up.
Ain't none of y'all better.
What y'all know about? Put in my work on the block.
Ain't none of y'all better.
Let you know it's all real. Is it real? Yeah, sir.
Ain't none of y'all better.
Let you know. Let you know it's all.
Alright, cool. Cool episode as well too. Got me in my little hip hop thoughts as well too. Had to throw a little tidbit, some personal hip hop stuff as well too. Had to throw in some experience in when he's talking about the fat thing about this old school joint right here, though, man. Shout out for anybody who remember that, man. Comment down below. That'd be awesome if somebody should remember that. But other than that, though, so I'm making this video longer than it's supposed to be. But you know, when something's passionate, it's going to be longer than it is. But other than that. So it's pretty much going to be my last video for today. I might do one later on today, but other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.